Hey guys, I just wanna, this is low water bridge area. You see, this is all flood area. It floods out through here. You don't have to go down here where I'm about to walk you to. This is a low water bridge area. I took pictures up that way of the signage, or lack of. It's really two signs. One that says the bridge is closed. Of course the bridge is closed because we have a mini river still flowing. But let's walk you over here to this. Now we have a lot of what they call back roaders. See this? This was left by a back roader probably. We have what they do meth and they do drugs and shit. Oh, I just seen something go across the water. But this area had, you have that, the timbers over there sticking up out of the ground. I don't know if y'all can see them. But this is low water bridge. It is a concrete slab, and you can see the state of, it's a pretty good incline going down here, and watch me fall in the mud. That will be funny. But this is low water bridge. This is where a lot of people have lost their lives over the years. And that might be a memorial to the last life that was lost here. But you see, this is low water crossing on a, after a flood event. The water has receded. Usually, sometimes the water will get up above my head where I'm standing now. And you can see how far the inclines, and you can see how this little tree timber is just kind of washed up. And if it would have had more water flow, we have a raccoon track. But you see how this is. This is low water bridge. There's been many lives. Let me see if I can get up on top of this so I can, at least show you guys how dangerous this area is. Probably shouldn't be out here, but recent tire tracks, real recent. And this area is kind of a no man's land, but this is low water bridge. Give you a little bit higher version of it, a lot higher view of it. And this is low water bridge. This is low water bridge. You can see how high the water will get. It gets above the banks. It floods. You try to cross here at any time, and at any particular time, it's treacherous in the best conditions. But this is low water bridge. Ooh, that's a big wood. That's a big print. It's a big ass print. It's dry though. Many of lives have been lost here at this crossing. Up that way, the Chambers Creek flows in from this direction down to this direction. And this is really, on the other side is Navarro County. You cross this bridge, or, this concrete slab, which you can't see because it's underwater. It's probably buried under silt like that. They'll have to come through here with a bulldozer and clean it out, But this is low water bridge crossing. This is a very dangerous area to come down into, and it, according to what I've been told, this thing could be 100 years old. This bridge has been here for a long time, since the 40s at least, because my grandparents knew of this area. My uncles knew of this area. They spoke of it like it had been here for a long time, so it's been here for a long time. But, somewhere downstream, we are probably going to find that poor girl's car. Because, look, you can't even see down into the bottom of that. It's muddy and, a lot of different little eddies and currents you can get caught into, and you would drown, in a rain event real quick like. But, the country and the county, not the country, but the county has, either they're going to have to cut off access to this where people can't get down in this area, or they're going to have to do something to improve this crossing. There's no two ways about it. That's the only two things that can be done. Until then, we're going to continue losing lives here, one after another. Well, it's not one after another, but it's enough for me to get pissed off about. But this is Low Water Bridge. Just give you a little side view. See how that looks? That looks crazy, don't it? And this area is really inhospitable, and there's been rumors, of like things that live in the area, such as chupacabra. Might be fucking with you right there, but there's been, talk of, different peoples living out here, country people. There was a boot print back there, and it wasn't mine. Shoe print. A lot of shoe prints. Old as hell, though. My boot print don't really leave a boot print because there's no pattern on the soles anymore. They're so old. See, that's what a boot looks like. But a boot. No, but turn your and you can see that this area is really inhospitable. And that's the approach to the Low Water Bridge. You just come along that way, and you'll see in a minute. Cause I'm gonna hop back in the vehicle and take you off for a little magic carpet ride. But this is Low Water Bridge area. On the other side is what the locals call off in the tree line over there, way off in the distance. I don't know if y'all can see it, but off in the distance is what they call two ponds. It's two ponds, and that's where the drug addicts and the meth heads and everybody goes and runs and hides when they're doing their drugs and having, being tweaked out and shit. But, I'm just saying, all this could be, you're not going to be able to, do something with this crossing without putting a bridge there. It needs to be a bridge. That's the only thing. And look, how old is this concrete? This concrete is probably older than me. It's got pock marks. Yeah, it's not the concrete we have. This is concrete with rocks in it. You can tell. And it's been patched. It's been cracked, and whoever from what I've heard, this was originally a farmland. This was originally a farmland that was privately owned. And then when it was sold off in the 1800s, so this crossing could date back to the 1800s. The technology for concrete was, see what the hell, okay, that's just tree limbs. And it looks like an old sign. There's no telling. A lot of people, and another thing about this low water crossing, people will come dump things here, hoping it'll disappear. They're hoping the creek will, wash it away. But this is low water bridge, low water, that low water area, and we'll show you in a minute where, But it's sad. They could do something about this. There's been too many lives lost here. Needlessly. They say turn around, don't drown. Well, sometimes you can't turn around and not drown because it's too damn late. Ooh, what have we got here? Oh. Okay. This is a piece of an old rail line that's just stuck up in the ground. I don't know how deep that goes, but that's interesting. Wouldn't y'all say? How'd you like to run into that in high water? There's always a hidden danger. Imagine running into that with your vehicle. And it's just sticking up here out of the ground, not too far from the roadway. So that's pretty interesting. I've lived here, and of course a train rail runs just west of here, kind of southwest of here. I don't have a compass, so I can't tell you 100% certain. But like I said, the slow water bridge is dangerous. There's been too many people lose their lives here, and we need to do something about it. Start a petition. I don't know what those timbers were there, where those came from, but they look like railroad timbers. So, and we have that's kind of a interesting thing right there that's laying on the ground. Well, not laying, stuck in the ground, not laying on the ground. Piece of, railroad rail. And we got, the railroad cross beams right there sticking up out of the ground. So that, that makes you wonder, who built this, who constructed it, and where did they steal these materials from? Because that's obviously from the train tracks over here. That's timbered. That's railroad crossings. Yeah, but this is like a bad area to be stuck in. Looks like I got somebody in a Toyota truck coming this way. They don't want to be down here. But like I said, this is a bad area to be stuck in. It's not an area you want to go drown in. Dangerous area. And of course, this road goes all the way down that way to all the way that way. So you're gonna have to back up a long ways for that Toyota. End up getting that bitch stuck if you ain't careful. Well, guys, I'm gonna end this little rant, and then set up for a drive on the way back, and well, I'll post that one too. And this has got to be a travesty. It's sad. People don't have to lose their lives because of things like this. They could, our government has a lot to answer for. If they're supposed to be looking out for us, well, maybe they ought to put better signage on and be able to, do some improvements. They're not going to put a bridge here if there's not enough traffic. Well, regardless of how many lives are lost, we need to do what is right. Whether it's one loss of life or 1,000, still something needs to be done.